Hi everyone! You are invited to a double Elfin wedding hosted by Mr. Dibbs and Nanny Freya and their twin siblings Mr. Dobbs and Nanny Freesia. The wedding of the twins, Mr. Dobbs and Nanny Freesia, will be presented today at the channel of Carrie's Little Cuties. Welcome to the evening Woodland wedding ceremony. The bride and groom are quietly saying their vows to each other in their traditional Elfin language. While they continue to do that, let's take a look at the wedding venue. The happy couple are standing underneath a rustic arbor draped in baby's breath flowers and glowing bulbs of light. Standing on either side of the arbor are wooden barrels topped with beautiful pink and white flowers. The guests include fairy friends of the family, and they'll all be introduced during the wedding reception. Arranged around the bride and groom are glass and wooden candle holders complete with flickering candles. The bride is holding a beautifully designed bouquet of roses, baby's breath, organza, satin ribbons, and cascading pearls. The bride's dress has been customized with a deep organza ruffle dotted with pearls and a long, lacy train. Just gorgeous. Let's take another look at that beautiful bridal bouquet. Just stunning. The beautiful bride and groom are gazing lovingly into each other's eyes. Mr. Dibbs is wearing a jaunty top hat designed with a wide ribbon band and bow. His tux is black satin, and underneath he's sporting a silver vest, black buttons, and a red bow tie. Uncle Herman is the ring bearer and is wearing the same top hat but is sporting a black bow tie with his tux. The satin ring pillow is customized with an organza bow, a pretty rosebud, and a string of pearls all around. Mr. Dibbs and Nanny Freya's wedding rings are nicely displayed on the satin pillow. Oh, look at little Dibbs Jr. He's really proud to be wearing a top hat, just like his dad and uncle. He's wearing a red tie with his white shirt and a dark navy blue tux. The bride and groom can't wait for their next big moment. Can you guess what that is? The big moment has finally come for the happy couple to seal their marriage with a kiss. Mr. Dibbs has lifted the veil from Nanny Freya and is slowly leaning in for a sweet kiss with his new wife. Aw, how special is that? Congratulations, you two! Now let's go to the wedding reception. Welcome to the Dibbs family and friends wedding reception. The happy couple is just getting ready to cut into their gorgeous wedding cake, but before they do that, let's take a look at the guests who have just arrived and are seated at the reception table for this very special ceremony. On the left we have Uncle Herman, and then next to him is little Dibbs Jr., and then the next three little ladies are friends of the family who are all fairies. We have Fairy Shaylee, we have little Fairy Olifair, and then we have little Fairy Rosie. Let's take a look at the guest of honor. The guest of honor and Nanny Freya's maid of honor is Blue Fairy Carrie Ann. She's been a big help with all the wedding details, decorations, and even made the desserts for the reception table. During the reception, she'll also be helping to serve the refreshments as well as taking care of the youngsters and the family pets. And speaking of the family pets, let's see what they're up to. These two little beagles belong to Mr. Dibbs, and they are well trained to stay near whoever is holding their leashes, so they're not going to be any trouble at all for Carrie Ann. And then next we have the family house cats. Now these two little ones are a bit shy and skitterish today because of all the guests that have come into their home for the reception. so they've taken to hiding underneath the refreshment tables. And so has this little one. Okay, are you ready to take a closer look at the reception tables? Here we go. Let's start out with Carrie Ann's table. Carrie Ann has brewed up some fresh cappuccino and decorated each cup with splashes and swirls of sweet cream in the shapes of hearts. Very creative, Carrie Ann. She's also going to help serve the hot tea. The hot tea is on this tray, and it consists of a porcelain tea server, porcelain cream and sugar, and then underneath we have some extra goodies in case the main table runs out. And so on the main table, we have a two-tiered dessert tray with delicious homemade cupcakes and homemade cookies in the shapes of hearts and stars. And look who's getting hungry. Oh my, Mr. Dibbs, you must wait your turn like everyone else. Well, while Mr. Dibbs sneaks into the dessert tray, let's take a look at the rest of the reception table. So here we have some porcelain teacups and saucers and silver spoons. Next to them, we have a delicious layer of chocolate cake. And then last but not least, we have the traditional custom-made wedding cake. And on top, we have the bride and groom. We have fresh roses. And the cake is beautifully decorated with beads and swirls of delicious white icing. On either side of the cake, we have some pretty flickering candles. And then next to the cake, we have Nanny Freya's custom-made wedding bouquet. Now she's going to be tossing the bouquet soon to all of the young ladies after the cake cutting ceremony. And as you can see, it's adorned with beautiful roses, baby's breath, organza, and ribbons and pearls. The reception decorations were carefully hung by Nanny Freya and Carrie Ann in a theme of butterflies and lace. Here comes the first dance as Mr. and Mrs. Let's see what the honeymooners will be doing. The happy couple will be honeymooning at a very special bed and breakfast in a nearby Woodland village. Both have to get back to their jobs very soon, and Fairy Carrie Ann must get home to care for her own family. We want to thank all of our guests for attending this very special wedding ceremony and reception. Your presence has certainly added a lot of joy to this very special occasion. Goodbye for now, with best wishes from Mr. and Mrs. Dibbs and all of their family and friends.